So I know that you diligently sat and watched the original episodes, and I wonder, looking back, if you were able to pinpoint what was it about it that made you such a fan when you first watched them.
Well, I think it was for the time. It was. You know, there just wasn't anything like it on television. You know, it was really kind of, it was dark and scary. It was really, for us, for an 11-year-old kid, it was terrifying. It was the first time I'd ever seen a vampire played out. You know, you know, and it was sort of sexy and sort of like, you know, had this feeling like you shouldn't really be watching it. And do my parents really know what I'm watching? And I don't think they did. And you know, it's soap opera, and everybody loves soap opera.
So, as a fan of the original and having worked with Tim on this one, what do you think will appeal to this version of it? What do you think it appeal to?
You know, it's just a wild ride. It's Tim Burton at his best. It's Johnny Depp at his best. It's everything is just incredibly unexpected, and it's so entertaining and not formulaic. It's not like any movie you've ever seen.
So Tim said something in the production notes that he likes working with you because you make the unreal real, which I think is true of Catwoman and in this situation as well. I wonder if you felt that that was a challenge, that you sort of, to be able to ground her when you were dealing with all this sort of really interesting elements of horror and all that sort of stuff.
Well, you know, it was a challenge to sort of, you know, to find the tone, because I mean, it's not real, it's not reality. Hello, we're talking about vampires, so you know, you have to sort of take a leap of faith there, and you know, it's a heightened reality, and so you're constantly teetering on the edge of really bad acting and. Walking a tightrope, and you know, I would come into work every day and I'd look at Tim and I'd go, okay, so in this scene, just how dark shadows
are we going?
Like, at what level of dark shadows are we? So, and you know, somehow he knew what I meant. And somehow I knew what I meant, even though I couldn't really articulate it to you.
So I was watching a B-roll from when you were shooting, and Johnny was teasing Tim, like, Michelle keeps touching him, and there was a giddy...
I never touched him.
There was a giddy energy to the dynamic. I wonder if it was, the collaboration was like that every time on set.
Always.
Okay.
Honestly, there was never a tense moment. And which is, I mean, there are always tense moments. You know, there were always, I mean, not to say we didn't have days where everything didn't go right, and you know, things go wrong, and there were a lot of special effects and this and that, but I think that everybody was so excited to be there, and it was such a talented group of individuals. Everybody in their given field were, you know, geniuses really, and in their own right, and that was so you didn't mind working hard, you know, and maybe when things didn't quite go exactly how they should, which was rare. Yeah, but and Johnny's just so much fun, and all the actors were just so much fun.
All right. I know you said bad acting, and I know you're pretty humble, but you've come and you've dealt with getting the star, and you've done the Inside the Actor Studio, and you just got the Icon thing, and you still say that you're not able to. I mean, do you have a little bit of perspective of what your filmography has done for, you know, the weight of it a little bit, or you don't want to think about that? Doesn't still uncomfortable a little bit about that aspect of it?
You know, I just don't. I think I feel like my best work is still ahead of me. And so I sort of feel undeserving because of it, because I don't feel in my mind that I've achieved what I want to achieve. Okay. One thing I wanted to ask you, speaking of, there's this notion that there are a lot of great female characters on TV as opposed to being able to find them on but this one not only has one great female role, it has like a lot. Do you think that's a crossover from the soap opera aspect of the fact that there's a lot of great complex female characters on those? In the soap operas?
Yeah, or on TV in general, you know, the fact that, because there's at least 6 great female roles in this one, so that's not usual on film.
That's true. That's true, especially in an ensemble piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you think she's 3 steps ahead of everybody. She's very cool. I mean, she's dealing with vampires and werewolves and all sorts of stuff. You think you share that sort of quality? to be able to, because she handles the Julia
Yeah.
character really well, I thought. So I wonder if you had that level-headed.
You know, I probably get a little more hysterical over the little things in life, the stupid things that I feel like shouldn't go wrong. And the bigger things, I tend to sort of go very zen and stay calm. I sort of quietly panic underneath. Yeah, I guess overall, if you're going to speak in generalizations, I guess I'm pretty level-headed.
All right.